Hey, good morning, class. Brother Siemens here, and welcome to your second to the last week of the class. Um, this will be a super short video. You are experts by now in regards to different assignments and what's expected, and so I just wanted to give you a little heads up, a little bit of praise, and just to get you pointed towards that last week, which we're going to have next week. Um, the video that I produced for you last week was from the kitchen of my in-laws that live in California, and so they live in a little place just south of Sacramento in a city called Elk Grove. And it was such a nice week. For me, family trips can get a little stressful. Going into it, we have money, budgeted, and you set aside. At least that's what my wife and I have learned. That if we can set aside some money, go into a vacation, just know that we're going to spend that money and not stress too much about it, the things can typically end up okay. What happened on one of the first days of the trip is the brakes started making a crazy sound. Crazy as in metal on metal. And I was like, man, this is not good. And, as I was driving around, well, actually we were driving to church, and I asked my daughter that drives our van a lot. She drives it to work every day. And I said, have you been hearing this sound? And she's like, what sound? And then as I press the brakes, and she's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, really? That's not normal. So I wasn't frustrated because, she's a new driver. How would she know what is a normal sound in a car? I mean, she's only been driving in the car her whole life. But anyways, I just like, hey, it's okay, Court, no big deal. Anyways, we took it in, $500+ later, the mechanic spits you out, and you're just like, it totally just like, oh, the rest of the trip, you're just like going, holy cow, we just killed the budget. The only reason I'm telling you this story is, we tried to do a couple things fairly close to where we were at, and, not being stressed, spending time with our kids, doing things they're not used to, really ended up. It was an enjoyable vacation for us. Now, what's interesting is, I get home and it wasn't a Facebook imposed fast, but when I was on vacation, I just I wasn't looking at Facebook. I was spending time with my kids, and so I get home, I'm like, hey, I wonder what some of my friends have been doing, So I'm getting on, and they have all these videos made up, with pictures and video of these crazy vacations they've done, and I'm like, good for you. You're like, man, I wonder how much money they spent on their vacation. Money doesn't matter. Quality time with your kids matters. Now, money helps, right? Because you can do some things that might be fun. But we don't need to keep up with the Joneses. So whether it's you kicking yourself off of screen time, trying to get your finances under control, improving your scripture study, or just learning how to speak with your family in their language. There's been some really cool stuff that you all have done during this class to improve yourself and to better your family situation. So the only thing that I really wanted to give you a heads up with for this week is you do have your case study, and you're going to be doing your final wrap-up of your Provident Living project. Now, the case study, it's pretty pertinent. It's something that we can totally see in our future as gender roles, as family situations continue to stretch the envelope, and as the world tries to push for more acceptance. And so please take the case study seriously. Please review the proclamation, your readings, and really prepare yourself for how you would respond to family situations where people are saying, we love each other, we want to be this unit, and they're pushing it on others. And so please, yes, it's the last week where you've got real work to be done, and it'll be so easy to just give me a bare minimum. But please set yourself up and your family up by doing this right. And so when it comes to you in the future, it'll be no big deal because you figured it out. The only other thing is next week is just really enjoy the week, because it's a week where you just kind of look back and say, well, how's this class been? And so this is your last full week of work.